me.
Thank you, Shire Wolves. We love you, Rachel. We love you, Clark. You're such an inspiration for girls like us. You're just really cool, and I'm gonna miss you. We love you.
We love you, Shire Wolves. We love seeing you, and you made me want to compete. Yeah, it's really fun watching you. We always wanted to be like you. Yeah, one day, my dream is to be on the desk. Like you. No, my dream is to compete in the movie Trivia Schmodown one day.
John Mariano. You know, you and I have an awful lot alike. I've heard a lot about you since we came into this league.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for the invitation. We're here to represent the East Coast.
We both have kids. And you know what, John? I think it would be a pretty good idea to put my kids up against your kids.
They're excited. I think this is great for the kids. I think this is great for the league. I think this is great for movie trivia in general. So we'll see you there.
Moira the Magnificent, are you excited for the match?
Yes, I am. Kara, Moira, we know you're quick and magnificent, but she's the captain of this crew, and I'm the little whiz going on here.
Kira, the Quick, Ingle, and Moira, the Magnificent. Ingle, these matches are going to be some of the most highly anticipated matches we've ever even heard of at the Movie Trivia Schmodown.
A debut match with your sister, Moira the Magnificent, against Zoe and Kara. How do you feel?
I'm a little bit nervous.
Are you ready to kick butt?
Yes.
What a team between the Magnificent and the Quick. Baby's going nuts. Just listen about it.
And what do you have to say to your opponents?
Good luck.
Good luck, because these kids are going to lose in this thing because they know that both the Quick and the Magnificent are competing. Zoe, Kara, big match coming up here. I know it's a huge match.
You guys are good, but we've been studying and we are very good now. Yeah, we've done our studying and we've watched our movies. We're gonna try our best and have fun. Have as much fun, have the time of our life.
And I will tell you this, both the Quick and the Magnificent are going to be very tough to compete with. So I tell you, do your best.
It's gonna be good because it's kids and we're making a difference. Like, so kids can do things that adults can do too. And we're very excited to see the golden mic. Emma Fyffe.
Do your studying, get it done.
We love the Fyffe Club, and that is Emma Fyffe. Emma Fyffe was the leader was the manager of my favorite team ever, the Shire Wolves. And they were part of the Fyffe Club too. And I actually got to help hold the Inner Geekdom belt. You and Kara did, right? Yeah. It was at the New York Live Show. Yeah, it was really cool, but it was still pretty heavy.
Good luck to you. We all wish you luck. The baby too.
Today is the match. We've been waiting months for this match.
So So we are very excited. We've been waiting and waiting, and the day has finally come. And when we stepped forward and we heard Emma Fyffe was gonna call it, we were like super duper excited.
And we are very excited for this match. A lot of stuff has gone into this, and we're so excited. Especially for the wheel round and the others.
We always wanted to do the Schmodown. Yeah, we really have. It's like been our dream. And it came true. Yeah, it's coming true. And we always wanted to see Emma Fyffe, the Golden Light.
There's stuff we do know, and there's stuff we don't. We'll just have to see how it plays out.
This is like a dream come true for us. And we're gonna come and try to win and have fun. Yeah, our main thing we're gonna do is have fun. Basically. That's the basic thing we're gonna do. Juice runs the world!
And I think that you guys will be the reigning champions. All right, don't worry. The match will happen soon. All right, good luck to both of you.
Welcome back to another episode of the Movie Trivia Face-Off. And today we have the family face-off between the Ingles and the Marianos. And with me, we have a very special guest. We are so excited to have her with us. She is the Movie Trivia Schmodown, Inner Geekdom, and Teams Division Commissioner, even though right now she has kind of a rough work to do there.
Temporarily demoted.
Yeah. She is the winner of the first ever Manager Bowl, the winner of the first ever Commissioner Bowl, the Golden Mic, Emma Fyffe. Thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. When you guys started up this league, which is all people that are part of the Movie Trivia Schmodown Patreon Discord, I was so excited because we have such a nice community there, and we've been trying to schedule me coming in to call a match for a while, and then when David brought up to me that we were going to have this showdown between the Ingles and the Marianos, I mean, I couldn't say no. This is the future of the Movie Trivia Schmodown right here. I think we're really truly seeing the beginnings of history being made today.
That's absolutely right. I mean, these two girls watch a lot of Schmodown matches. A lot of them could beat me easily in a Schmodown match, and that's not a lie. And yeah, they have a lot of knowledge. I have trained with them a little, and I can tell you we are going to see a lot of right answers today.
Yeah, I definitely got a chance to see some of the practice match that went down between these two teams of sisters, and their knowledge base is pretty darn broad. I'll be interested to see, how things go today now that the pressure is on and the match is real. But I have a feeling that you guys are going to be very impressed with the work done by both of these teams.
Yes, and this match has attracted attention of a lot of Schmodown personalities. You, Christian. So yeah, this match is probably going to be the most important the Movie Trivia Face-Off has taped and will tape for a while. So it's just fitting that you are our lady and Patreon helper and everything are here to call it with me. So
yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, I don't know about you, David, but I think that it's about time for us to witness Movie Trivia Face-Off and perhaps even Movie Trivia Schmodown history being made. What do you say?
Yeah, let's do it. So
all right, if you're ready to go, then let's get ready to Schmodown. Introducing first, representing the Ingle family, it's Moira the Magnificent and Kara the Quick Ingle. Hello. Ready to go. Looks like we've got a Ravenclaw. Is that a Niffler with an owl?
And a Slytherin.
Just representing Harry Potter across the board there. I like it. And their opponents, representing the Mariano family, it's Kara the Captain and Zoe the Wizard Mariano. There they are. Oh, I like the Maybe we've got our own goose. Yes, I love it. And there's no mistaking the fact that Zoe is a witch and or wizard there. I personally feel that wizard is a gender neutral kind of term.
Yeah, probably. I don't know about English a lot, so because I'm Spanish. But
listen, your English is much better than my Spanish, which is next to non-existent, despite living in Los Angeles, where I probably should speak some.
Probably.
Yeah. I thought it would be cool to take French in middle school and high school, which was pretty useless. Though ever slightly more useful probably where I grew up in New England, because we did encounter some French Canadians when we'd vacation in Maine.
I had the choice to take French or English. I think I made the right one.
I think that you made a great decision. Yeah. Yes, your decision-making abilities were clearly better than mine, at the young age of 13 or 14. All right, ladies. So we're going to be getting into round number 1. David, you want to go over the rules of round number 1 here?
Sure. Okay, ladies, in round number 1, we are going to ask 8 questions to the field in random movie trivia categories. The competitors will work as a team to write down their answers in the whiteboards or whatever writing device they have with them, and they will have 30 seconds to do so. Their fathers cannot help in this round. We will ask you to verbalize the answer and show it to the camera. Each correct answer will give you 1 point. There is no stealing and no penalty for missing a question. You guys have 3 repeats to use all throughout the match, and also 1 challenge that can also be used by the father. Do you guys understand the rules?
Yes.
Okay. So, by all means, I will start with the first one. Emma, you will ask the even questions, if that's okay?
That's totally fine.
Okay, so the first question comes in the category of a series of movies I haven't watched a lot, and that's Star Wars.
Okay.
What is the laser sword used by the Jedi and Sith called?
They do actually call them laser swords in one of the prequels. I think that young Anakin Skywalker does refer to this particular weapon as simply that. So it's really an apt description of what it is.
For 2 points, yes.
Did you ever have like a fake whatever this is, like an unbranded one called just a laser sword? All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Pens down. And we go to the Ingles first.
What do you have there?
Lightsaber.
Excellent.
And the Marianos?
Lightsabers.
All right, excellent. That's a perfect game so far by both teams.
Oh.
All right.
Helped her with the spelling.
Well, you both nailed it.
We probably did something wrong.
That's okay. Spelling doesn't count. I think there are certain Schmodown competitors who would never have scored an entire point in round 1, so they shall remain nameless.
Stops.
All right, question number 2 in the category of the wizarding world. What article of clothing sets Dobby the house elf free from the Malfoy family?
I have a feeling these girls are going to nail this one.
Yeah, I mean, considering how much Harry Potter we see represented across both teams here, I have a feeling this is not going to be challenging for them. This is one of those things where, if we were in a studio audience and these girls were here and heard this question proposed to other competitors, I think we'd get some pretty hearty groans from them.
Yeah. Can you imagine this question if in the movie trivia phase of Harry Potter exhibition match?
All right, we've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, looking for answers, starting with the Marianos. What did you have, girls? That is correct. It is a sock. And Ingalls?
A sock.
A sock. That is correct. And both parties even drew, well, one drew a heart and the other drew a sock. I really appreciate the artistic flair that we're seeing from both of these teams.
Yes. Apparently they have time to,
Yes, I know. Maybe 30 seconds was too much.
Okay. Your third question comes in the category of book adaptations. In the movie Ferdinand, what kind of animal is Ferdinand? I haven't seen this one. Well, I saw the little Disney short one.
Sure. Yes. I remember that. I saw a lot of advertisements for this, but somehow didn't actually make it to the theaters to see this one. Though I feel like this is something that's going to come up on a cable channel during the holiday season.
Probably.
Seems pretty fitting for
Maybe Disney
that
Plus
time of year.
sometime?
Yeah, maybe Disney Plus. Ferdinand the series. Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, looking for answers, starting with the Ingles.
A bold question mark. That is correct.
That is correct, yes.
Oh,
Nice.
Right. Perfect game so far by both teams, which is really what I expected based on seeing how these girls performed in their practice rounds. And I think that they're proving that, when the pressure's on, they just turn up the level of competition, and they are really here to play today. All right. You honestly what?
Haven't seen the movie.
You haven't seen the movie, but you know what? You saw the poster, and that was all. That's all it takes sometimes. Right.
we knew because we watched the movie like twice. In school,
okay.
too.
Wow. That's 2 more times than I've seen it.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Question number 4 in the category of girl power. This is about lady heroes, Disney princesses, just fictional women in film. Name one of the 2 female members of the Spider team in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Now, this one I have seen.
Yeah, me too. I have to rewatch it because I have the feeling this is going to come up very soon in one of my Geektacular matches.
Yeah, I feel like this is one of the more underrepresented films thus far in the Inner Geekdom division of the Schmodown, though we did see it pop up in the San Diego match, which was a nice surprise, because I feel like animated films are not often given the deference they're due. Looking for answers in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, starting with the Marianos.
We did Spider-Gwen and Penny Parker.
Wow, those
showing
are
off.
correct. Yep.
Spider-Gwen's my favorite Marvel superhero.
That's an excellent choice. All right, and we got Spider-Gwen from the Ingles.
Yes.
Both answers are correct and we'll get you 1 point. I am sorry we cannot award extra credit for 2 correct answers.
I know. We just wanted to show off.
Yes. But way to represent Penny
Time ran
Parker.
out while I was trying to draw a girl.
All right. Your next question comes in a category very fitting for this match, and that's family films.
Oh. Okay.
In the movie Paddington Bear, what color is Paddington Bear's coat? So this one I have not seen.
Paddington? Oh, these movies are very underrated. Who doesn't love a pleasant British bear who just wants to live his life and have tea and crumpets? It's really just a nice, relaxing kind of. And I mean, Hugh Grant's in these movies. Who would have thought? This sort of stud of the 90s just hanging out with a fictional bear. It's great. Looking for answers in 5,
Sounds great.
4, 3, 2, 1. All right. And Ingles ladies, what have you got? Blue, once again with the shruggy emoji, but also correct.
Oh,
Oh no!
Blue was our
First
second
miss of the
choice.
game.
Blue was our second choice.
Yeah, red was a great guess.
Yeah.
You knew it was a primary color. We got that far. So
For the record, I didn't jinx it this time.
you didn't jinx it this time. But did you know the answer without having read it off of
I
the
did
screen?
because of
Okay.
the trailer of Paddington 2.
Yep.
You know.
All right. Next question. Question number 6 in the category of Pixar. In the Incredibles series, what is the name of the youngest member of the Parr family? The Incredibles.
These are probably one of my favorite Pixar movies, if not my favorites.
Yes, they're pretty. I mean, it's interesting because, Incredibles, they waited so long to have a sequel to that film. And I feel like because it was so long, it maybe lost a little bit of the momentum, but they're really good films.
Yeah, the first one, I have seen it.
Family. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Looking for answers, starting with the Marianos.
Jack.
That
is correct for 1 point. And Ingalls?
Jack. Try drawing a little boy.
Man, that Ingalls team has not missed yet. They're batting a perfect game so far, but trailing right behind them by just 1 point. The Mariano girls are definitely still in it. It's anybody's game at this point.
Yeah, will they be able to trigger the bonus question? Okay, your 7th question in the category of Disney. Name the tiger who attacks Mowgli in The Jungle Book.
I do appreciate that, you omitted the 2016 part of this question because honestly, it's the same tiger no matter what Jungle Book we're talking about.
What I thought while reading it.
Yeah, we're talking OG animated Jungle Book. We're talking the one that like Lena Headey was in when she was like 22 as the sort of love interest character, which that's actually possibly my favorite Jungle Book and truly a live action with life. 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm looking for answers, starting with the Ingalls.
Yep. Shere Khan. Yep, that's not the correct spelling, but we understood what you were going for.
Yeah, we'll take it.
We had a close answer, but we knew it was wrong.
No, unfortunately, Scar, not a tiger. He's actually a lion, but also a Disney character.
Mind the tigers and bears, who cares?
Bear villain now.
All right. Here we go. Ingalls still have the possibility to trigger that bonus question should they answer this question correctly. Otherwise, this will be the last question in round number 1. Category of Marvel. Or more specifically, the MCU.
Yeah.
Who does Iron Man call underoos in Captain America Civil War? Yes. What character does he give the very charming nickname of underoos to? Did you ever have any underoos growing up, David?
I don't know what that word means, but
They're underwear sets. It's like a matching tank top and undies set. I have a like classic 80s Shira one that I got sent a few years ago.
I think I have an Aladdin one.
Yeah. All right, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, Marianos.
Captain America, we just wrote down a random superhero.
Well, it was a great guess. Unfortunately, not correct. Did the Ingalls have it?
Spider-Man.
That is correct. So that is a perfect round 1 by the Ingalls family. Kira and Moira just absolutely dominating right now.
Incredible team.
That you will be getting a bonus question, and David will be administering a bonus question to you.
I remind you girls, in the bonus question, we do not give you the category, okay?
Okay. Do we have to write it down?
No, it's only being asked to you, so.
You can confer and then answer.
Okay.
Okay. In the Shrek franchise, what type of animal is Puss in Boots?
He's a cat.
That is correct.
All right. Wow. Perfect first round plus bonus question by the Ingalls. But honestly, really impressive showing from both teams so far today. I mean, it's anybody's game still. The Mariano girls, even when they didn't know the exact right answer, man, everything was so close.
Close, yes. Scar and Shere Khan, I mean, they are villainous. They are.
It's true.
They are like cat-like.
Yeah, and you know what I like is that there's never been a time where they didn't know the answer to a question and they just gave up. Making an effort and staying in the game is a big part of what competing in these leagues is all about.
And I agree completely. That's something we have learned because a lot of people knew the answer, didn't go with their gut, and didn't write it down sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Or they just wrote down something as a joke, and it turns out that they knew the right answer, which has happened to me on multiple occasions.
I think I remember, like, not someone, which apparently...
It was Guillermo del Toro, and the correct answer was, in fact, Guillermo del Toro.
I remember that one, yes.
Yeah. Turns out he actually directed both of those Hellboy films, not just the second one. The second one's so quintessentially him, though. All right. Yeah. So moving on to round number 2, the wheel round. We're now moving into round number 2, the wheel round, the wheel of fate, doom, destiny, other adjectives that I can't think of right now. Both teams are going to have a chance to spin the wheel. Now, you are allowed one mulligan, which is do-over in golf terms. If you spin a category that you do not like, you are allowed to spin it again. Once we land on a category that either you are satisfied with or you got stuck with on a second spin, teams will receive 6 questions from that category. Questions are worth 2 points. However, if you do not know the answer to the question, you can ask for multiple choice, at which point the value of the questions is reduced to 1 point. There is stealing in round number 2, so should your opponents miss their question, then the opposing team will be awarded the opportunity to attempt to steal those points. Now, we have a special rule in effect in this round, in addition to still being able to use repeats and your one challenge, which is the dad help rule. You 2 times during the course of this round are allowed to ask your dads for assistance should you not know the answer. Now, you are able to ask for your dad to help even if you have already gone to multiple choice, or you can ask before multiple choice and the value of the questions will be reflected accordingly. Ladies, do you understand the rules?
Yes.
All right. Excellent. Well, Ingalls, you are in the lead. So would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to your opponent?
We are going Zoe and Kara.
All right. Zoe and Kara, you are up.
Wingardium Leviosa.
All right. Zoe the wizard using her wand to spin that wheel.
You get it because I said Wingardium Leviosa.
Very clever. That was so close. Adaptations so close to Mariano's choice.
Yeah.
Do you, ladies, do you need the list of categories before deciding?
Can we have the list?
Yes, you can. We've got family films, Pixar, Disney, Marvel, book adaptations, Wizarding World, modern classics, video game movies, girl power, and Star Wars.
We're gonna spin again.
You're gonna spin again, all right.
And you know they have to be looking for that Wizarding World slice.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I think that Wizarding World slice is gonna be a hot commodity in this match. If somebody lands on it, I mean, Mariano's choice. So you get to choose whichever category you would like.
Wizarding World.
I can't say that I'm particularly shocked.
No, me neither.
All right, Zoe and Kara, here we go. The category you spun that you selected is Wizarding World, and your first question. What is Voldemort's real name?
Tom Riddle.
That is correct for 2 points. 2 points. All right. Next question, question number 2. What is the name of the item that helps Harry turn invisible? Sounds like
Invisibility cloak.
That is correct. The invisibility cloak.
Across the board, yes.
All right. Question number 3. The wizarding school Hogwarts can be reached by this train. What is the name of the train?
Hogwarts Express.
That is correct for 2 points. Not surprising, absolutely running this category. No hesitation on their part. All right, question number 4. Who is the headmaster when Harry Potter starts his wizarding education?
Albus Dumbledore.
That is correct. We even got the first and last name.
We knew it.
Question number 5. Neville carries around a pet toad with him during Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. What's the name of his toad?
Ooh, this can be a little harder than the last
This is
one.
a little trickier, yes.
Yeah.
It's the name of a pet. Don't forget about your dad help and multiple choice.
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice. Is it A, Gary, B, John, C, Chris, or D, Trevor?
Gary.
That is incorrect. All right, Ingalls, for the chance to steal for 1 point, here are the options again. Is it A, Gary, B, John, C, Chris, or D, Trevor?
Trevor.
That is a 1 point
correct.
steal for the
Yes.
Ingalls. All right. Final question. The category of Harry Potter. How many points do you get when you catch the golden snitch during a game of Quidditch?
120 points.
Not 120. That's so close. All right. Ingalls, do you know the answer?
150.
That is correct.
Right.
Big
Yes.
2 point steal. You know, it's crazy. Everything in Quidditch is like worth all kinds of different values.
Yeah.
They knew it was in the 100 range, and you know what? I admire them. You know, going for the answer because
Yeah.
too often people make the jump to multiple choice too quickly, and really they do know the answer. And you know what? They took a big swing, and it didn't work out for them. But hey, you know what? That's part of the game.
Yeah, they decided to do the work from themselves, you know, the dad helps and the multiple choice. And it could be a good strategy because if you go to multiple choice and you miss, then you narrow down the options for your opponent.
Absolutely. But on the other hand, you know, if you miss on a multiple choice and your opponent's able to steal, they can only steal 1 point instead of 2. So again, there's a lot of strategy involved in these games here. All right. We're now back over to the Ingalls. It is your chance to spin the wheel.
Wingardium Leviosa.
It's an official new spell. It's
I think
going to
it is.
end up on Pottermore in the next year and a half there, you know?
Well, J.K. Rowling does pretty much a lot of fan service on Twitter, so if we pitch it, we probably will get it.
Oh,
Can't we
we've spun Mariano's choice.
They have to pick for us.
Yes, unfortunately, if you spin your opponent's choice sort of category, then you are stuck with it. So, Zoe and Kara, what would you like to assign to your opponents?
Star Wars.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
have a
Star
feeling.
Wars.
Use your sister.
All right, here we go.
Remember, you have
Looking
two
for Star Wars. There it is. All right. All right, Ingalls. Moira and Kira, your opponents have selected the category of Star Wars for you. First question. What is the name of the spaceship flown by Han Solo and Chewbacca? Name of the spaceship.
Millennium Falcon.
That is correct for 2 points.
Nice.
Question number 2. Name the Gungan who aids Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi in The Phantom Menace.
Jar Jar. Binks.
Yeah, Jar Jar Binks.
Nice
We'll-
teamwork, yes.
Yeah, we'll accept Jar Jar, but Jar Jar Binks is in fact the correct answer for 2 points.
Good job.
All
And that
right.
was the definition of teamwork.
Yes, absolutely. You know, you got your teammate finishing the answer for you. Doesn't get more teamwork than that. All right, question number 3. What is the name of the big baddie who wears a black suit of armor and speaks in a deep voice?
Darth Vader.
That is correct for 2 points. It's like the use of the word baddie in that question. That's all right. Question number 4. In The Force Awakens, there is one soldier in the First Order who wears a chrome silver mirror suit. What is their name?
Ooh.
A little more tricky than who's the guy in
Dad
dad
help.
help. All right, we're gonna use a dad help rule. All right, Dad, is he gonna come through with the answer here?
Well,
Captain Phasma?
That is correct for 2 points. Very good use of the dad help rule there. All right. Your fifth question, your penultimate question in the category of Star Wars. What is the color of Rey's lightsaber in Star Wars The Force Awakens? The color of the lightsaber that she uses in that film.
Yeah.
Blue?
That is correct for 2 points. Wow, the Ingles have not missed a question in the entire game. All right, well, it could come down to this. We're on our sixth question for Star Wars for the Ingles. If they get 2 points on this question, if they are able to answer it without the use of multiple choice, then we could be looking at a knockout situation here. All right, no pressure. Question number 6. How many lightsabers does General Grievous has when he faces off against Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Multiple choice.
All right, multiple choice, which means we will not have a knockout here. Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
Dad help. Dad help.
All right, using that second dad help rule. All right, Dad, see if he comes through with the right answer here.
4.
That is correct for 1 point. 1 point. So going into round 3, we will see the Ingles with a pretty significant lead here. But, you know, we've seen people come back in round number 3 before. And I think, you know, the game is far from over for the Mariano family.
Yeah, absolutely. And 10 points, you know, they have to answer all their questions. But with the knowledge we have seen throughout this match, I can see that happening.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think that, you know, we can definitely still be looking at a pretty tight game. All right, we now move into round number 3. Round number 3, and the way that this is going to work is each team will pick 3 numbers that respond to 3 random categories from the movie trivia universe. Each team will get 3 questions. Questions are worth 2 points, 3 points, and 5 points. Now, unlike in previous rounds, for the 2-point and 3-point questions, you will not confer with your teammate. Once you hear what the category is, then you, amongst yourselves, will decide which team member will be answering that question. You are able to confer on the 5-point question, and both teams have all of their repeats and their challenges still available to them should they need them. All right, Ingles, you are still in the lead, so please give me your series of 3 numbers that you would like for round number 3.
Okay. 11.
11.
9.
All right.
And 2.
11, 9, and 2 in that order. So we've got 1.
Yeah.
2,
I have the feeling each of them selected a number, you know?
Yes.
How many numbers do we have to choose from?
You have between 1 and 15. 1 and 15.
So, 14.
All right.
I always
What
forget to
numbers
say
would
that
you
as
like?
well.
14.
Okay.
Yeah,
This is a very important choice.
It's very, very important. I get it. It's a lot of pressure. All right. What do we come up with?
7,
Okay.
3, and 10.
7, 3, and 10.
Okay.
All right. So this was 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
All right. Excellent. All right. So we will be answering or hearing answers on the 2-point question from the Marianos first. So, Team Mariano, for your 2-pointer, you selected category number 7, which corresponds to the category of video game movies. Video game movies. Which one of you wants to answer your 2-point question? Sorry?
I'm taking it.
All right, Zoe. All right, so I ask you this. All right, video game movies for 2 points. What animals are the villains in the movie Angry Birds. What type of animal? That is correct for 2 points. All right.
Away.
Still in the game here. All right. David, would you do the honors of asking a 3-point question?
Yeah, I have to change this. Okay, so this question is going to be for Kara.
Sure.
You selected number 3, and that here corresponds to family films. Okay? So let me bring that question for you. For 3 points. Here. For 3 points. How many Dalmatians? How many Dalmatians, thank you, is Cruella de Vil trying to capture to get their fur?
Cruella de Vil.
Yeah.
It's a Disney film about
Yes.
capturing Dalmatians. Right.
Don't forget about your repeats if needed.
Are they still making that Cruella de Vil film with? I thought Emma Stone was going to play Cruella de Vil or something.
Wow.
All right, looking for a repeat of the question.
Okay, so how many Dalmatians is Cruella de Vil trying to capture to get their fur?
101.
That is correct for 3 points. All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
All right, so
Nice.
No.
I am gonna.
Because the thing, it's called. The movie's called 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
It was kind of a tricky question.
Yeah. Even I had a little trouble answering it in my head.
Okay.
So it comes down to this. Zoe and Kara need to answer their 5-point question correctly, or we'll be looking at a TKO and a victory on the part of the Ingles. However, should they answer it correctly, then they will avoid the TKO and it will bounce back to the Ingles, and they will have to answer their round 3 questions. All right, for your 5-pointer, you chose category number 10, which corresponds to the category of Disney. Disney.
Okay.
All right, here we go. And for 5 points, and remember, you can
Just repeat.
confer on this question, and you still have 2 repeats left. Name the kingdom where Elsa and Anna live in the film Frozen.
Arendelle.
That is correct for
Yes.
5 points.
I whispered it in her ear.
Way to stay in the game. And I mean, how appropriate that you've got this film about, this relationship between these 2 sisters.
A zillion times.
I had a feeling that you might know the answer to that one.
Yeah, and also be proud, girls. You got a 5-pointer that Mark Riley missed, if I am not mistaken.
I don't believe you are mistaken. No. Nope. Again, it all boils down to where your specialities lie in terms of movie trivia. All right. So we now bounce back over to the Ingalls family.
They avoided the TKO, so
Exactly. And that is no small feat, because when you're under pressure in round 3, knowing that you need to answer all 3 of your questions correctly just to stay in the game, I mean, that can really get to your head. And we saw with these 2 that they are absolute pros, and it didn't bother them in the slightest. They put their nose to the grindstone. They had a good use of their repeat, and they managed to stay in the game and avoid the TKO.
I'd be scared to face any of them in a future Schmodown match. So
I think we've got plenty of current Schmodown competitors will be looking over their shoulders.
After this, all four of us are going to team up and face a random adult.
Oh,
that would be amazing.
Yeah, that's what my dad kept talking about.
Yeah, I think
David.
Okay.
an adult. I'd be very intimidated.
Kira, how about us 4 against our parents?
Sure, fine. Let's go. Let's go do this.
Well, let's focus on the match right now.
against all four of us.
They will not survive.
Yes,
I think that
we shall win.
Let's finish this.
All right, so let's see. Ingalls, your 2-point question. You selected category number 11, which corresponds to DC films. DC films. Which one of you would like to answer your question in the category of DC?
I know, but do your best. You know it better than she does. Work together. Work together.
I think I am having sort of a deja vu feeling right now.
Yes, I feel like something like this happened. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to take
All right, so we've got... All right.
Slytherin taking DC.
All right, DC.
Do you see me?
Let me find it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there it is. Okay. So, for 2 points in the category of DC, what color is Superman's cape? Color of his cape.
Red.
Oh, no, hold on. You cannot her.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. That's right. We have another question.
we have another question. Remember,
Yeah.
you cannot confirm with your sister.
Yes, you can't confirm with your teammate on this. I get
It's
it.
okay. Yeah.
All right. We're going to do that over as if it never happened.
I'm
All
sorry.
right.
It's okay. You've been in a habit, a rhythm. That's
Yeah.
okay.
All right.
Teamwork, though.
Here we go.
Good team.
Your 2-point question in the category of DC. What magic words transform Billy Baston from a child into a grown-up superhero?
Shazam.
And your winners! Moira, the Magnificent, and Kira, the Quick Ingle! Man, what
Yeah.
a match. Again,
What
a
a
really,
match.
really impressive showing by the Marianas. Again, they stayed in the game in a situation wherein, many a Schmodown Titan has fallen, going into that round 3.
Yeah.
But, ultimately the Ingles were just truly on fire. They were unstoppable. They didn't answer a single question incorrectly in the game. They only had to go multiple choice for one,
Yeah.
and they still got that question right.
Yeah, only a few multiple choice, and that helps, but that's the strategy of the game as well. Also, 25 to 23, that's a high scoring match for any championship match, I would rather say.
Yeah, I mean that is nothing to sneeze at, no matter what way you slice it. So again, as I say, I think that there's many a current Schmodown competitor who should be watching their backs, looking over their shoulders, because these ladies are clearly some competitors to contend with.
Okay, so it seems that I am having a text message from the elk saying that he's ready, but you know what? Today we are not going to do that because we have the golden mic here. So, Emma, take it away.
All right, we are here with Zoe and Kara. Mariano, what a great game today, ladies. You didn't quite pull off the win, but that doesn't mean that you are not winners in our hearts today. How are you feeling after that match?
Before the match, we were feeling pretty nervous, but after, we felt happy that we did it, and we scored a lot.
You did. You got a lot of points. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing to sneeze at there. Now, obviously, round number 2, you guys lucked out and you got Spinner's Choice, effectively, Mariano's Choice specifically, and you got that Harry Potter category. And you took some big swings there and, didn't ask for multiple choice on a couple things where maybe you weren't 100% sure of the answer. You still feel pretty good about that choice?
Yes.
I like it. Really bold players. And then you had some really good strategy with choosing Star Wars. I assume that you guys are very strong at Star Wars, just based on some of the decor I see in your living room there. So what was your thought process in picking Star Wars?
Well, we didn't think they were very strong in it, so because last week when they did the practice, they kind of tripped up in it.
Yeah. Again, it was definitely a very good strategy. And, had they tripped up a little more, you could have stolen some big points there in round number 2. It didn't quite go in your favor. However, let's talk about round number 3, because, you really hung in the game there in round 3. Was there ever any moment in that round where you thought, oh no, this might be it for us?
Yes. Kara's 3-pointer.
Yeah, it took you a little while to come up with 101 Dalmatians, but you knew it. It was clearly in there.
I knew it the first time. I knew it before the first repeat, but I was like, I should do a repeat because that I should think a little more.
That is exactly what the repeat exists for. Clearly, these are some young women who have studied some Schmoedown strategy. And how excited were you to get that Frozen question for your 5-pointer?
We were happy for, I think Frozen was our first movie in theaters. Yeah, because I was born in 2012 and it came out in 2000. When we saw it, I was literally 2 and I loved it. And I watched it we watched it 24/7.
Well, it clearly, it was destiny. It was meant to be that you were able to show off your knowledge of Frozen here in the Movie Trivia Face-Off. Now, again, unfortunately, you did not pull off the win, but are you guys still going to stay in the game? Are you looking for a rematch? What's your plan going forward here?
Our dads versus the 4 of us.
Your dads versus the 4 of you?
Yes.
Are they going to be a team and you're going to be a 2-person team and you're going to be a 4-person team?
Yep.
Nice.
4 on 2.
4 on 2. That sounds like fair odds to me.
Even though they're adults. Even though we lost against them, maybe my dad could win against your dad.
Dad. Are you issuing a dad rematch challenge?
Yes.
Wow.
A rematch.
A rematch. All right, we're looking for a revenge match. We've got Zoe and Kara throwing it out there, seeing if the Ingle family wants to take up the gauntlet. It has been thrown. Well, we will be right back and see what the Ingles family has to say. And we are back with our winners, the Ingles family, Moira and Kira. We've even got a crown involved now, signify the fact that they were victorious here today. Ladies, you scored the highest score. This was the highest scoring match in general in all of Movie Trivia Face-Off history. I must feel pretty good about that.
Especially since we're the youngest.
Yeah.
That is true. Yes, we're looking at the 4 youngest competitors, with Kara on the Mariano side of things being the absolute youngest competitor in any semi-professional movie trivia competition in the world. So, again, pretty impressive work, I must say.
I couldn't fit the crown over my niffler hat.
So you had to choose one or the other. I see.
Yeah, I had to take off the niffler hat to put on the crown, so.
Listen, sometimes we got to make sacrifices to show that we are winners in life, and clearly that's what's happening here today. You ladies played a perfect game. You didn't miss a single question. The only time you even had to go multiple choice, you still, on multiple choice, managed to get that question correct. You must...
It's okay.
Do you feel like at this point you could just take on anybody in any league anywhere?
Yep, probably. Even you.
Wow, okay, great. So
I did better than my own father.
Well, speaking of your father, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but it seems that a challenge has been issued, a dad versus dad revenge rematch.
You know what? We accept your proposal. Yeah,
You're not gonna check in with your dad first and see if he wants to.
No, he's doing it no matter what. He's doing it.
I see. They win one match, and now they are in control of their family's entire household. Soon they'll be transferring their bank accounts to their names. So good luck to the Ingles family.
There's one of you and 2 of us. We are taller than you. Each other.
Yes. And now, your competitors were also proposing the idea of having 4 of you team up at some point to take on your dads in a 4-on-2 competition, which sounds pretty fair to me.
Yeah, it does.
Oh, it's unfair because we're by far better than they are.
Yeah, okay. So but if we teamed up, it would be better.
Because you would definitely win?
Yes, we would our father.
Yeah,
Because we are too or the known humanity.
Wow. I mean, listen, I like seeing this kind of confidence in the next generation of movie trivia competitors. So certainly I think that this is not the last that we will see of the Team Ingalls family. Is that correct?
It is not the last.
You will not. Yeah.
It sounds
Not
like
the
that.
last of us.
Yeah, it sounds like they're ready to immediately move on and start taking on the big leagues right away. In a couple of years down the road, we'll see these girls, all four of our competitors today, I think, up on the Mount Rushmores of Schmodown adjacent competitions with the likes of the John Rokas and Clark Wolfs and Rachel Cushings of the world. So again, congratulations on your win today, Moira, Kira. And we will be right back with myself and David wrapping things up here and talking more about the competition that has been issued. I mean, look, the Mariano girls obviously disappointed that they didn't win, but, they're in high spirits. I think they're happy with the game that they played. And look at that, calling out a dad versus dad revenge match.
Yeah, I mean, as the singles commissioner alongside the Snacks, I will be happy to set that up. I mean, consider that done for the Movie Trivia Face-Off singles division.
Man, it sounds like matches are a done deal a lot quicker around here than they are in the actual Movie Trivia Schmodown. It's that simple.
I mean, the girls want to team up and take over the league. I mean...
Yeah, that's what they were saying. It sounds like, they want to have like a 4 young woman team up and just take down everyone in the Movie Trivia Face-Off League. I mean, if I were a competitor still in the Schmodown, the actual Movie Trivia Schmodown League, I'd be looking over my shoulder for any of these 4 ladies because I think that we have some future stars in the realm of movie trivia, any sort of competition. These ladies clearly dominate. I mean, obviously the Ingalls girls absolutely ecstatic with their performance today. I mean, how could you not be?
Yeah, like they pitched, again, a perfect game with a few that helps and multiple choice, but the point is they didn't miss a single question.
They sure didn't. So again, we've got 4 stars in the making. I think I look forward to seeing this dad versus dad rematch that's apparently happening somewhere down the pipeline here.
Yeah. All right, guys. So we are going to be saying goodbye, sadly, to this match. But as always, thank yous are in order to our writing team. We are going to give a special shout out to Jimmy Hazard, our exhibition guy who set everything who set everything up. Then Scribbler, all their hillbilly scripts doing the hillbilly holler, but in Twitter and YouTube, he wrote a lot of these questions. Then the editing team, everything that makes the Movie Trivia Face-Off possible, you guys out there, and obviously a special thanks to Emma Fyffe for calling this match with me. This was a huge honor. I mean, I am truly wordless saying how much this means not only to me, to these girls, but to all of us in the Movie Trivia Face-Off for you to give us your support and being here with us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute pleasure joining you for this match. And again, congratulations to both the winners and the losers, all very strong competitors who, it takes a lot to put yourself out there and get in the game. And, these girls all really absolutely crushed it today.
Yes. So I am going to steal Snacks' catchphrase because he's not here. As always, be excellent to each other.